And today I want to talk about holidays when you're in sobriety. There's many, many holidays coming up for many of us. There are many holidays happening throughout the year, but sometimes the end of the year is a little bit tricky for many of us in recovery. And I just wanted to jump on here and talk a little bit about that, a little bit about my experience with that. I found that when I first put down the substance and then I was starting to go through different occasions, whether it be a birthday, some type of holiday celebration with family, some sort of maybe there's a wedding or a funeral or some type of family get together, all these different occasions, but particularly the holidays were a little bit more triggering, especially for me, because they were a time where there's a lot of expectations. People expect you to be certain places, doing certain things, participating in certain activities that maybe some of us can't do if we don't use substances anymore. Maybe some of us are not able to participate fully in some of our family functions because of many, many, many things that can be going on in families. There's a lot of reasons why someone may not want to participate in a family function or may feel very uncomfortable at a family function, and it may trigger something in them where you may want to use something. You may want to escape from that. You may want to numb out for that. You don't want to feel that. Maybe you used to attend these functions and these gatherings in an inebriated state. I know about that a little bit. Done that a few times. Just trying not to feel the thing, right? I'm trying to escape from the moment, trying not to be there. But I need to physically be there. But am I really there? Am I really there? So for me, it goes back to a lot of planning. It goes back to making sure that I'm in a place where if I need to leave, I can leave. If things are getting to be too much at a function or an event or whatever it is, I need to be able to have a way out. And that was super critical for me in the beginning, and it is super critical for me now, and it will be super critical for me in the future, because I am someone who knows that I need to be doing that for myself in order to take care of myself. So if I need to leave, I'm going to leave, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. Also, when I have a particularly interesting function or an event that's going on that I'm really shaky about, I'm not sure, I have a whole network of people who know where I'm going to be, when I'm going to be there, when I'm going to leave, all that kind of stuff. And I can have them either text me or call me, or I can text them and call them, and they provide me an extra layer of support. I've been in situations where I'm going to this thing, I'm going to be needing to talk to somebody. Can I talk to you? And the person says, sure, absolutely. I'll make sure that I'm available by my phone at whatever time. And that's helpful, super helpful. Even if I don't call the person, just knowing that they're there. And a lot of times the person will follow up if they haven't heard from me. Like, how was that? Was it okay for you? Sometimes I'll have to reach out the next day to people, a little bit of emotional hangover going on from the event or the get together, whatever it was, and needing some support around that. So, and also leading up to the event, certain holidays fall on certain dates, which is great because you can prepare yourself for them, doing extra self-care things for yourself in order to make sure that you're in a good headspace and you're in a good place in order to actually participate in the event. Because now that I've put down the substance, now that I'm living this type of life, I want to be fully present in these moments. Whether they're good or bad or whatever, I want to be fully present in these moments. And I can't be fully present in these moments if I'm not preparing for them. So for me, it's a lot of preparation, planning, making sure I have things in place in order to help me on my journey, to continue to stay on my journey. And these things have done nothing but help me. It sounds like a lot of work, sounds a little daunting, may sound like no fun, but on the back end of it, when the event has happened and you're looking back on it, all the planning in the world helped me to stay where I'm at today. Having all these things in place, and they're very small. Having someone to be able to call is a very small thing. It's not this big monumental task that I have to put together in order to attend this event. Making sure I have a way to leave. That really doesn't take all that much effort anymore, because now we have these beautiful Uber apps and all these other ways you can get away from a situation if you really have to. And there's nothing wrong with also walking out of the room. Maybe I leave the home and walk around the block and come back. Maybe I go in the bathroom for a little bit and take a break. All these kind of things can really help when you're trying to stay sober during the holidays or at any point in time. There is an occasion in some nature where you feel a little bit shaky, where you know there's going to be some type of substance. There's going to be some sort of person there. There's going to be something there that may potentially cause you to maybe revert back to some old behaviors. And also bringing in our self-compassion for ourselves is super critical here. Knowing that this event is already how it's going to be. The plan's already made. It's already happened. In Spirit's universe's time, it's already happened. So I'm just there going with the flow. And I may not like the flow, or I may like the flow. I don't know. But if I don't like the flow, I have some ways that I can keep myself in good fit spiritual condition so that I can enjoy the moment. I can maybe excuse myself and go talk to a certain other family member. Maybe I go over here. Maybe I do this. Maybe I do that. And I'm able to still be fully present in my mission of trying to be fully present in these moments, because there were times when I showed up to places and I wasn't of my right mind. I wasn't fully present. I wasn't there for anybody. I was of no use to anyone. And what's also great about these events sometimes, especially the larger family gatherings where there's a lot of people, there's always somebody around who needs something. There's always something you can do to keep yourself busy. So if you are the type of person where you're sitting in a gathering of people and you're getting very nervous, if you're feeling squirrely, or you're like, oh man, I really wish I could use, or I could do this or do that, maybe try doing something. What we say, move a muscle, change a thought. If that is something that works for you, I'm sure there's someone that needs help setting a table. I'm sure there's someone that needs help moving something, or maybe serving something, or cleaning up something. Maybe you could offer to do dishes. You could offer to help clear the table. You could offer, I don't know, to watch so-and-so's kid while they take a little bit of time to go talk to their favorite aunt or something. I don't know. Something like that. You can do little acts of service in these situations that can also be extremely helpful. And that does nothing but help you, honestly, because you feel really great that you helped somebody in a time of need. And it also helped yourself at the same time. It's like a win-win for you. And maybe now you have a different relationship with this person that you're helping. Maybe they now see you as someone who is more dependable and reliable, and not that other not so great version before that used to show up to their house all kinds of ways and they never knew what was going to happen, and you were going to be in the corner at the end of the night anyway, potentially. Or you just didn't show up at all. There were times when everybody was worried about you and they didn't know where you were. We don't have to do that anymore. We can get through these times in a sober way, and we can keep our sobriety as we do it, and we don't have to go back. And also knowing that those emotional hangovers can happen, those feelings that come up when we're doing these things for the first time, or the second time, the third, or even the fourth time, or maybe the umpteenth time, and you're still having that same kind of reaction. Maybe starting to put some of these things in place to help you. And then also after the fact, putting more things in place in order to help you. Maybe you make sure the day after you take a day off from work, or I don't know, a spa's your thing, or you take a walk in nature, or whatever it is that you do in order to bring yourself down and give yourself some peace. I have wonderful meditations you could listen to. There's so much information out there to help calm and to keep us in really good spiritual condition so we can keep going one day at a time. And we don't have to use today. We don't have to participate in our old behaviors. I don't have to be an anxious, bawling mess at the end of every family event. I can be there for people, and I can be present, and I can help. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that need a picture taken, or a child held, or need help bringing something from or to their car or something. There has to be something that I can do and make myself of maximum use to other people, because that's what I want to do today. That's what I want to do. And of course, there's always meetings, there's support groups, there's so much information online. You can connect with me, thepeacewecrave.com. I have a lot of resources for you. I'd love to meet and connect with you and help you during this time. Because again, it is a hard time for a lot of people for many, many reasons. And I feel like we just need a lot of community that's outside of those family or friend or work, whatever situations that's really difficult for you, having a safe place to go. So I hope this helped a little bit. I hope this is a good topic for you, and I really appreciate you listening. And thank you so much. And I look forward to connecting with you. Be well.